All right, guys, this is a brief video explanation of your homework tonight. So some of you needed to finish the back of this sheet. This is the sheet you got on Friday. And on the back were our characteristics of quadratic functions. And we are identifying the parts. You might need to also refer to our graphic organizer we did in class, our key features to parabola. I'll probably maybe attach a PDF of this on the reminder, because you have to know where the axis of symmetry is. It goes through the center or through the vertex. Your y-intercept, that's nothing new. That's not a new term. X-intercept is not a new term either. It's just that we also, for parabolas, we call them roots, zeros, or solutions. This is this point here. Let me get my pencil. It's the point here where they touch the curve crosses the x-axis. That is a solution to the quadratic. We can write it as just a number or as a point. And then our vertex, that's probably new for some. That's the lowest or the highest point. It's what the axis of symmetry goes through. And then we talked about domain and range, always all real numbers. Range, it depends on if you have a max or a min. So on the back here on this worksheet, they want you to identify the parts. Let me fix my font real quick. The 0, that's basically the x-intercept. So we can physically see where the parabola, the U-shape, crosses the x-axis. So I can write it as x equals a -3 and +3. Oops, that's supposed to be bracket. Or I can do it as an ordered pair, -3, 0, and 3, 0. So our axis of symmetry here goes through the center of the parabola. So it's really on top of this y-axis, and it goes through right here, that vertex. So the axis of symmetry is x equals 0. It would go through the origin at 0. This has a minimum because it has the lowest point, and the vertex is the ordered pair of that point, which is 0, -9. So I'm just going to go over a couple more with you, just make sure you're on the right track. On, for example, number 4 here, it does have a 0 because the curve crosses at these 2 points, which was at a -5, 0 and -3, 0. Or you can say -5, 3 in a bracket. The axis of symmetry, well, it has to split the parabola in half. And if you look here, it is going through at where x, this dotted line crosses at x at -4. So x equals -4. Sorry. This would have, I'm going to put a point there, a maximum. Anytime it opens down, it's going to have a max. If it opens up, it's going to have a minimum. And that vertex of that maximum is at a -4, 1. Sorry for the confusion here. Now let's let you try number 5 here. And you can check your answers. But on number 6 here, this curve never touches the x-axis. It never touches this horizontal line here. So because it never touches, then we have no solution or no zeros. Or you can just say none. Right? If it doesn't touch the x-axis, then we don't have roots. We don't have intercepts, and we don't have solutions. We can still have an axis of symmetry because I can still see that curve, the parabola, can split in half right here, and it would be at x equals 2. It would have a minimum, and that vertex is at 2, 5. So I want you to try your best to kind of complete these. There's no really computation, no calculator needed. It's just understanding the features to a parabola and how to read that off the graph. So like I said, I know not everyone took their spiral home, so I will send this along with the video explanation. Thank you.